Hey there folks, I'm here in my backyard and it is a hot, steamy, humid day here in the DC area. Currently about 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Feels a little bit cooler than 86 in Miami, I guess just this time of year, a little lower humidity, but still feels feels a bit like summer. It's really nice and hot out, and I'm just loving it. It's really crazy because this year, and I guess this is sort of more generally true with a lot of our seasons, it just sort of jumped from winter to spring. I mean winter to summer. There wasn't really much of a spring season. It doesn't seem like, have a few days like 70, but we had like temperatures in the 20s not long ago. The past weekend was like the 40s and 50s. It was cold, and then now we're in like the 80s, the upper 80s, and it's just crazy how the weather just jumps around here this time of year. But thankfully, it's finally starting to even out and warm up. So I'm just loving it. My Trachycarpus fortunei seems to be loving it as well. This thing unfortunately suffered, as you can see, over the winter. I had to take off. These ones are pretty brown, but a number of probably like at least 10 or more what were previously pretty green fronds, and they just suffered over the winter. It was really unfortunate. It was, it looks amazing. I think it looks great, but it used to be really nice and full, like fronds all the way down to there. So that was kind of unfortunate. And you can see this is some browning from that, but thankfully, it hasn't really browned more. This has stayed pretty green. I may even end up just trimming this off, making like a little mini frond, but who knows? I don't know. Either way, it looks fantastic. I think it looks really great. It's clearly doing well. Look at how beautiful this frond is here. Just gorgeous. Look at this. Such a beautiful palm. So amazing that we can grow these here. I never take that for granted. Every day just looking at this palm, it just blows my mind. And it also blows my mind the more people don't know about it, that they're not more available here, and the more people don't try them, obviously mostly because they're not available and people just don't know. But I think if people knew about this and knew they could grow here, I have a feeling the majority of people would want one, because they're just so such beautiful palms. Other one, needle palm, sable minor as well. I have a feeling that they will become more available in the next, next century, certainly next few decades. I bet you in like a century, DC will be full of, if the climate warms considerably, maybe full of big trackies, as we already have quite a few around town. And I bet palms will just become a lot more available here, hopefully. But right now, sort of like in between common and very uncommon. Palms are, you'll see a palm here and there, but I really wish they'd be a little more common here, like planted on streets and stuff, because we have species that can grow here, and that's a pretty incredible thing in my opinion. Something that most Washingtonians don't even know, but just really great. It's looking awesome. You got this nice thick trunk. Let's take a look at this next to my foot for comparison. Excuse me. There we go. Look at that. Nice and big. It's got a really nice thick trunk, and I intentionally planted it. It's leaning a little bit. I intentionally planted it with the lean going out a bit, just to go away from the fence a little bit, but still up against the fence. And it's got a lot of growing to do till it actually reaches over that fence. Then it'll be a little more exposed. I also want to show you my bearded dragon here. This is Scruffy. I like to include him in videos every now and then. I haven't made a video specifically on him in a while, but he's my pet bearded dragon. He is about 3.5, and we've had him for about 2.5 years now. We got him when he was 1, and he is awesome. He's very calm, doesn't really do much, exercise wise, but he loves eating crickets. He stays pretty still, watches, listens, basks in the sun. You can see he darkens to absorb more sunlight, and he can sort of change his color a little like a chameleon, but to a lesser degree. But certainly he'll get darker with the more sun to absorb the sun. Yeah, he's awesome. Just you can take him out here, don't have to worry about him. He'll move around like that. He loves to lick stuff. I don't know if you saw him lick the flagpole there, but there he goes. But no, he's so calm, and he moves like so little, as you can see, that we don't have to worry about him. Don't have to put him on a leash or anything. We can just let him run around. Obviously, we keep an eye on him, but he's awesome. Just take him out, bring him around the palms, give him the tour. Anyways, back to the palms. Here's my palms from Caleb, and these are the ones that I got recently, and I just planted them right in the ground. You can see some of them obviously have suffered, just by virtue of I didn't have great potting soil and stuff. This one's toast. Yeah, you can see that. I'm just gonna take that out, but some of them look pretty darn good. This one's looks really good, and it's got a bit of green there. I'm glad these have taken root. I planted these right before we got our sort of last little cold event to the season, but I'm glad to see that they've for the most part. I mean, I've done well. Yeah, look at this. Gotten a little browning just by virtue of the planting process, but now they're starting to green up. This one looks fantastic here. And yeah, looking really awesome. Beautiful palm. Here's a Sable Minor seedling, naturalized. I didn't plant that there, just threw the seeds actually over there, and an animal or something must have scattered it over here. Grew, and it's doing really well. More Fortunae here. Again, this one is just about dead, but these ones are doing well and looking good. Got this other one here. I put these stakes here so that it doesn't get like mowed over or something, as it previously was, looks like. But pushing out some growth a little bit, little by little. They should grow a lot this season. Fortunae here. Let me give this thing a tug. It's amazing. I'm tugging this thing. I'm not like yanking like super hard, but I'm giving that thing a pretty firm tug and it's not pulling out. It keeps looking like my needle palm, like when it pulled out, but no, not tugging out. Still got a tiny bit of green in that spear. It may have spear pole. It was sort of a little stunted after last winter when I planted it too late in the season and it was unprotected. This palm's gone through 2 winters now unprotected. The fronds look amazing, obviously, but it's just been very stunted. Didn't really put on much growth at all last season, like 1 or 2 fronds. This thing grew a lot more, both of these palms. But no, I mean, it looks good. We'll just have to see how that spear does though. You can see these lots of seedlings here on the base. These are all dwarf palmetto. You can see that sort of silvery bluish tinge to them, which signifies that they're Sable Minor. You can see the one here. Beautiful, beautiful. All here, I put some of this leaf mulch is just natural what fell. I put a little bit around them just for insulation, for like mostly for the trackies. But yeah, no, looking good. Sable Minor, Tricharpus wagnerianus. This thing breezed through. Supposedly less hardy than Fortunae, but you wouldn't know it by this winter. Just looks fantastic. Spears are nice and green. Just a beauty. And it put out this first. There are a couple of these more, I guess, mature-ish looking fronds as compared to like these. Which are just really nice. Obviously not really mature-ish, but you know, getting there. Little mature fronds. And then we got these here. This seedling's done really nicely from Caleb. And again, these are the newer ones that I put in the ground. The other ones in a pot inside are looking fantastic. Fantastic. I just watered them. I water them about once a week, and they retain a lot of moisture in that soil. So. Tequil doing really awesome. You can see this nice green spear here, just looking flawless. This thing just breezed through the winter, and again, I don't know. I mean, my Fortunae, that one only really got spear pull because, you know, as I described the condition from last winter. I don't know if this necessarily means that the rumors about it are true, but I've heard it's being as much as like 3 degrees hardier than Fortunae. Some people say it's a myth. Most people will corroborate though, and some tests on in colder locations. These are just very rare palms, so we don't have much data to back that up. We have tons of data for Tricharpus Fortunae because they're so commonly planted all over the colder parts of the world, in places like DC where they're more marginal. But Tequil's is more rare, so we don't have as much data. But maybe I can find some data if I get damage in my trackies and the Tequil just breezes through. I mean, judging by this winter, certainly similar hardiness to Fortunae, I'll say. And clearly distinct, obviously. I mean, I'm almost certain this is a true Tequil. I was, you know, when I got this, I didn't really know how to identify them. I've seen videos of them now, and it's got like this silvery backside. It's kind of hard to tell in the light, but looking fantastic. Look at this frond, just gorgeous. This was my biggest palm, I think, till I got that big trackie. But I just want to give you guys a little update on everything and show you everything's done. Doing just a little backyard update. I don't want to leave Scruffy behind, so I'm gonna stay here in the backyard. But yeah, no, it's about 86 Fahrenheit currently. Feels like summer here in this nice early spring day, and just wonderful. Alrighty, folks, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more videos if you enjoyed. Hope you guys did. Hope you guys, if you have any questions, please, again, never ever hesitate to ask me. I love hearing from you guys. I love responding to you. I love also hearing from people who are, you know, all sorts of experienced growers who grow palms in colder climates, warmer climates, marginal climates. I just love it, and love hearing from people. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. Hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for more videos. Try some of these colder palms in your garden. If you guys have questions, like I said, always ask me. And if you want to know about a palm, these are got the hardiest species right here in my garden. I hope to get a few more, like maybe Sereno repens and maybe Nanoropsis richiana if I can get my hands on one to try here. So take care, folks. Have a good one. Stay tuned for more videos. And Hope y'all enjoy the spring weather, because I'm sure enjoying it, and it sort of feels like summer here. It sort of jumps right into summer. Take care.